Today we are making pozole verde or green pozole, and it sure does feel like a celebration because this dish brings family together. But before we get started, I do want to invite you to subscribe, like this video, and also click the notification bell. You're gonna need 2 poblano peppers, 3 jalapeños, and 6 tomatillos, which is about 11 ounces. Now, follow me to the stove. All right, first thing is place a comal over medium-high heat and allow it to reach the right temperature. Meanwhile, place all of the tomatillos inside a pot. Cover them completely with water and allow this to reach a boil over medium-high heat. Great, this is hot now. What we're gonna do is roast the peppers until they char and blister on all sides. And just turn them continuously as needed. The peppers look done. Remove them from the heat. Now cover them with plastic wrap. That way they sweat and that skin starts to loosen up. It'll be easier to peel them. This process is gonna take about 5 minutes. Perfect, this is boiling now. Lower the heat to medium-low heat and allow these to cook until they lose that bright green color. They turn a pale green color, but don't let them burst. Remove them from the heat. Allow them to cool down and then just set them aside until we need them. Place a large pan over medium heat and we're gonna toast 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas. Add them in there. You want them to get a golden brown color all around. Oh my goodness, I just love the process of toasting things because you can get to experience how the aromas evolve and you can just imagine the flavor. These are ready. Now let's remove the skin from the peppers. For that, I'll be using kitchen gloves because I learned from last time. My hands were burning after peeling so many peppers. And look how easily the skin just comes off. Poblanos are actually mild in heat, but you may get the occasional spicy one. So I guess it just depends on luck. Now simply remove the seeds and the stem. All right, I have a 6-pound whole chicken here. And this is gonna give so much flavor because of the bones. Okay, so all we're gonna do here is spatchcock the chicken. And pat it dry if you need to. This one is kind of wet, so let's remove that excess moisture. Breast side down, the wings are facing towards me. And now we're gonna cut through the sides of the backbone because we need to remove it. And I'm using a good sharp pair of kitchen scissors.
Kitchen, chicken, same thing.
Now the other side. Yay! Now don't toss this away. We're gonna keep it. We're using it for later on. Identify where the breastbone starts. There's a piece of cartilage there called the sternum. So we're just gonna cut through it and do this carefully. Yay, we're good. Now flip it, lay it flat, and we're gonna press down on the breast. That way the chicken lays flat, just like that. And you just spatchcock the chicken. Okay, now season it with 2 teaspoons of kosher salt or to taste. It's up to you. Make sure you get every little corner. Done. Now flip it and do the same to the back. Now follow me to the stove. We're gonna brown it. Place a large pot over medium-high heat and add 3 tablespoons of avocado oil. Allow it to get hot and then brown the entire chicken, breast side first. Once golden brown, flip so the other side does the same. Now carefully pour in 16 cups of water or enough to cover the chicken and allow it to reach a boil. Cut 1 white medium onion in half and add it in there. Also cut 1 head of garlic in half and in there it goes. Fresh hierba buena. This smells so good. I have 3 sprigs in here. Lastly, add 4 pounds of hominy. Lightly stir it. This is boiling again. We're gonna cover it, lower the heat to medium-low. That way the chicken cooks on a gentle simmer, and it's gonna take about 30 minutes for the chicken to fully cook. It's time to make the sauce that's gonna color and flavor the entire pozole. In a blender cup, add in the toasted pumpkin seeds, the cooked tomatillos, the roasted peppers, 1 cup of hominy, and I have 4 green onions right here. We're gonna remove the little hairs and then roughly chop it, dice it, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to fit the blender. And here I had to go get even more green ingredients. All right, add in 4 cups of spinach, a small bunch of radish leaves. It's about 1.5 ounces. Half a bunch of fresh cilantro. Also do 4 garlic cloves, and these are peeled, of course. 4 cloves. Half a teaspoon of whole cumin. Half a teaspoon of whole black peppercorns. And 2 teaspoons of dry Mexican oregano. Finally, pour in 2 cups of water. Just cover and blend until completely smooth. And I mean, it has to be completely broken down because we're not going to strain this. The chicken is cooked. Let's remove it from the broth. It may not make it whole, but you can take it out in parts or sections. Also remove the onion, garlic, mint leaves. They have served the purpose. I'm gonna set the chicken aside so it slightly cools because we need to shred it. As for this pot, I'm gonna have to switch it over to a different burner because I need this one. So just place it over medium-low heat. You wanna keep it at a gentle simmer. Now place a smaller pot over medium heat. Add a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil and allow it to get nice and hot. Carefully pour in the green sauce. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. I'm gonna pour in 1 more cup of water into the blender. Swirl it in because we want to get the last bit of that sauce. Pour it back into the pot. Stir to combine. And lastly, for an extra boost of flavor and aroma, add in 6 leaves of epazote. Now this is optional. If you can't find it, don't worry about it. You can omit it. But if you do, try it. You're gonna love it. Allow it to reach a boil, then lower to medium-low heat. That way it cooks on a gentle simmer for 5 minutes. This looks nice and creamy, so beautiful. Turn off the heat And now pour it into the big pot. Yes. Stir to combine. Oh, this is already taking a beautiful green color. Allow this to continue cooking for 10 more minutes. And now, how about we go shred that chicken? To shred, you can do it by hand, but I am all about that easy life. Trying to make it easier for you. I'm using my stand mixer. All I'm gonna do is remove the meat from the bone, discard the skin as well. We don't need it. And add it into the bowl. Using a paddle attachment, mix. Time to add the chicken. Mix everything to combine and allow this to cook for an additional 5 minutes. Lastly, add 2 tablespoons of kosher salt and stir to combine. Perfect. Now you can do this to taste. Add salt to your liking. And we're ready to serve. Depending on the region, different types of pozole are made and passed down generation to generation. Pozole is a kind of broth made from pork or chicken and the iconic corn kernels known as hominy. There are restaurants dedicated to selling this dish known as pozolerias. To serve, top it with a generous sprinkle of Mexican oregano, diced onion, diced serranos, shredded cabbage, sliced avocados, and sliced radishes. Drizzle lime juice and pair it with tostadas on the side. By the way, there are 3 types of pozole: red, white, and green. Such great options. I am ready to taste.
Hi everyone. I am ready to.
Okay, don't forget to pair this with tostadas. It's a must. And mix everything well. Incorporate everything together. Okay, let's do this.
All right, let's do it.
So good. So good.
I love it.
Plus, you're getting your serving of plenty of vegetables. This is comfort food at its best.
Don't forget about the oregano, please. And as you can see, I can't finish this right here. So I'm gonna go to the table. Until the next one, everybody.
Wait for me. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. You make it at home. Come back and let us know how it went down in the comment area. Also, don't forget that you can follow me on all of our social media platforms. And until the next one, I have to go catch up with Nelson. Bye.